It's Triple Crown, March 16th, 2024. Happy spooky season, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just kidding. It's not really spooky season. I'm just walking through the dimly lit corridor in the side entrance of the Eastgate Mall. I don't know why it looks like this. I don't know why I always go to this specific entrance. There's plenty to choose from, but I think it's kind of funny since some of you think it's a little eerie walking down that hallway. But let's get down to business. We're here to buy some sports cards today. What would I like to buy? Well, I'm 17 cards away now on my 2023 Topps Chrome Blue Refractor set. If I could find at least one of those here today, that would be lovely. But in the event that we don't, some graded football and baseball would be nice to replenish after Xenia last weekend. We won't know what's here, though, until we get into the show and see what is in store for us today. All right, a little over an hour into the show, and I'm finally about to make a purchase here. It was kind of from lack of trying. I was mostly just wandering the show because it was a really weird setup today. Icky Woods was signing autographs in kind of your center courtyard where usually there's a lot of tables there, and that's where the end of the show is typically at. And then also there was a giant area blocked off for the Easter Bunny to take pictures, which I was not expecting that today. So really the show was split between the two ends of the mall, and what I decided to do was go to the back half and then work my way towards the exit where my car was. And here I am in the back half going through this box here, and usually what makes me want to stop and go through a box is, well, one of the cards that sticks out is at a price point where I'm like, that's interesting. That was the case with this one here. That Miggy slab had a $3 price sticker on it. I mean, it's going to cost you at least $15 to send it in, and that would be on a special. So how could I really pass that up for what already has one Hall of Famer on it and what will be a second Hall of Famer in about 5 years from now? On the combo card with Vlad Guerrero Sr., I just couldn't pass that up. And then I go through this box. I only find one more card that I want. These were pretty reasonably priced, but the only thing that I really wanted was that gold Brandon Lau that you see down there. That was $5, and really any gold prism for $5, I'm going to take it. That one's from Select there. Doesn't matter if it's Select, Mosaic, Prism, Optic, any gold number to 10 for $5. More often than not, in fact, pretty much every single time, I'm going to take it. So combined $8 spent between these two. I don't really find anything else I like in these boxes, but hey, at least I found two cards that I liked and got on the board there with that first deal. Last little bit of value box digging here. I saw some 2023 Topps Chrome numbered colors sticking out, and I thought maybe I could find something for the Blue Refractor set. Alas, no such luck, but I did find that awesome CC Sabathia card. It is a Blue Refractor, and he's hitting in the photo. I kind of had to do a double take when I pulled it out of the box. That card really doesn't fit anything, but that's one of the beauties of finding cards in a value box. You never know what you're going to find. It's why I love to dig, and it's just really cool. So that's why I'm taking it home with me. Nothing really more to say about that. This next clip is what the title of the video alludes to. And I don't like to be negative in these videos. I like to try to keep it positive, keep it uplifting, try to show all sides of things. But there is really no way around being a little negative with this part here. And it has to do with this guy who comes up to this dealer while I'm looking at some of these cards. This is an individual I've known for about 1.5 years now, and I've tried to make deals with him before. I have made a deal with him before, and that's all the context I'm going to give you right now, because I want you to see how the rest of this plays out, because I feel like it's something that needs to be shown and needs to be said.
Care if I look at the brace? Sure.
The
last one was a one good sale at 6 and one good typically not good sales.
Yeah. I mean, your best bet is to send it off to get graded.
I pulled that.
Which one?
Both the like the variation one.
I got a
and then that one.
I got a Manning auto numbered out of 5. I got a Manning auto numbered out of 5.
Here?
Yeah.
What is it? Prism?
No, it's not Prism, but I think it's like Absolute or some shit. It's not. You just can't get to 100%.
What'd you say?
I just can't get to 100% now.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I'd probably do, something like that. I'd probably do 450 in that.
I mean, I still can't get 100% plus comps.
Oh, you're buying to resell?
I mean, that's the only reason to buy cardboard these days. If you're buying cardboard and holding it, you're losing money.
I don't know. I mean, I'd probably just sit on it and grade it.
No worries.
I got a bunch at PSA right now.
Just know a 9 takes away from the value nowadays.
No, I mean, I just got a CJ back in a 9. It sold on eBay last night for $3,900.
So I bet the raw's about 45.
20. Yes, I'll hold your merch.
We'll check the prices again. 9s have fallen below raws.
Alright, telling you my backstory now on this guy. I first met him in the summer of 2022 at a small show in rural Indiana. And immediately when he came up to my table trying to trade, kind of went like you saw here. He wanted to overvalue his stuff and undervalue my stuff. And he wanted to undervalue my stuff to the point where you kind of wondered why he was even interested in it, just talking down the cards. And although we did make a trade, I kind of put it in the back of my head that we're probably not going to do another deal. And later on when he came back trying to trade for Mike Clemente rookie, he decided that he wanted to educate me and tell me that 55 tops isn't actually his rookie. It's 1954, and it goes without saying that, yes, it is 55 tops that is Roberto Clemente's rookie. And a few weeks later he comes up to me, retcons that by saying that he still wants Mike Clemente rookie because, quote, I've always wanted one. And, somehow I don't believe that. But my point in showing you all this is that there is a way to go around buying cards at a show, regardless of what you want to do with them. Keep them, resell them, put them in your mystery pack, whatever you're going to do with them. And there's a way to not do it. And what you saw here is the latter. Coming up and thinking that you are entitled to certain things, walking around a show, is just ridiculous. And I can tell you right now that when you act like this with this kind of smarm and arrogance to a dealer, they are not going to be receptive to it. He doesn't realize that really he's hurting himself the most here, because even if they get a deal done, I can almost guarantee you this guy's not going to want to deal with him again, because I've seen it happen. I've seen him go up to other dealers at shows, and when he walks away, I can tell either by their facial expressions or them explicitly saying it that they don't want to deal with that guy again because of the way that he handles his business. When you treat people disrespectfully, you're not really extending the olive branch. You're not building bridges, you're burning them. And you're going to run out of people who want to deal with you. It doesn't matter if you have the most money in the room. It doesn't matter if you have the nicest cards in the room. You cannot get away with treating people like this and expect to be successful long-term in the hobby. Especially when someone takes the time to set up at this show. Even if they don't have their stuff priced or organized, at the very least, they had to pay to come in, pack all that stuff up, put it in their car, drive all the way out there, set it all up, and then have to haul it back out eventually. Some of them don't even have someone there to watch over their table if they want to take a food break or a bathroom break. It does take some effort to set up at a show. And some of these guys, I can tell you from personal experience, put hours and a lot of care and meticulous detail into their setups. Do you think that they want to be treated like that, where some entitled guy comes up thinking that he needs to make money off of your cards, that he's too good to buy at 100% of comps? No. If you just consider the golden rule when you're going around to a card show, you'll find that a lot more people are a lot more receptive, and you will build relationships that go way beyond just the cardboard. Because although you might make that one deal now, think about how many deals you could make in the future, and think about the potential friendships and acquaintanceships that you're sacrificing for just a quick profit in the moment. It's not a good way to do things. I can tell you that right now. And that's my opinion. Take it or leave it. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but this interaction really stood out to me because unfortunately I see it happen at a lot of shows. And it's something that I feel needs to be addressed, but I feel it needs to be addressed with the proper context. So I'm glad I caught this clip on video. I thought the dealer handled it incredibly well. He stood his own, and good for him for standing up for himself. Now with that said, let me show you me working out a deal with this dealer. I had a lot of fun with this, and he was a pleasure to work with here. Let's get into the fun part of the video.
Did you?
Oh, you looked at this?
Yeah. Time the recoup?
Well, we're going to Disney.
Yeah, time the recoup. What you got on the bar?
I'm going to take a look at the price down if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
I assume the ones that say grade are the ones that like you're planning on sending off, probably.
Yeah, I just pulled that and a couple of these Wembies. This one's not priced yet. This is like the last couple of days.
See what you can move before the.
Yeah, I want to check something also.
The reason that I'll ask about the grade label that this guy has on it is because usually when something goes into someone's grading pile, it doesn't come out without you paying strong on it, which makes me think that I might not get this price, but at least I know that he's looked it over and he thinks it's in pretty good condition. Regardless, though, usually it doesn't work out too well, but I'm going to at least give it a shot here.
So what are you thinking? What?
I like several things. I like the Monra Zebra.
Yeah. I'm not that's also one I purchased from a card shop, but it's cheap. Like I'm not, that's the card shop price. Okay. I think the last sold is like $125 though. Did you look it up?
I saw like a bunch of different variations. Let me see if I can find that one. Because I mean they have like the Premier and the Club and all that stuff. So
I think he'll be a top 5 receiver by the end of this year.
I think he already is, but I'm a delusional Lions fan.
Oh, you're a Lions fan?
Yeah.
Some guy just bought every Laporta I had.
No kidding.
Yeah, I had the RPA Laporta, Score Auto Laporta, a bunch of numbered Laportas in there. Anything yet? You got a YouTube channel?
I do, yeah.
What is it?
It's a TripleCrown24. It has this little logo right here.
Sick. I love. Is it?
No.
13,000 followers.
Yeah.
100K Instagram followers.
Do you have 100,000 Instagram?
No. He's making me blush over here. My buddy here, Mike, Cards Across America, is one heck of a wingman.
Xenia, I went to Xenia last week.
We were set up at Xenia.
Yeah.
Were you?
We do Xenia every month.
I want to, just
definitely do that.
Yeah,
That's the biggest card show around here.
And you'll have some of the nicer stuff there too. Probably.
Yeah, I bought. I think I bought a bunch of Zach Moss stuff from there. I'm nuts. I'm gonna wait until he has a good game. I'm a Colts fan, so I'm very heartbroken. So what do you think?
Saquon can stay healthy.
What are you thinking?
I like this one. I like this one. I like this one. Maybe on the Burrow Genesis, it depends.
Are you ready? Okay.
Cash?
Yeah.
We're going to Disney World.
No, not quite yet. This is my thing. But if I can sell some of that Pokemon, I can go to Disney World. $8.50.
Can I see your checkerboard stuff?
This is what I did. You mean to tell you how I priced it?
Yeah, sure.
Just looking at it.
$5.75 because last sold is the actual last sold is like $6.11, and then the one before that was like $6.56.
Yep.
So I did $5.75.
All right.
100.
All right.
75. 100.
250. Okay. I have a ton of information to go off of at this point in time. He's broken down to me why he's at his number on each of these cards and where he got to in terms of the stack on all the cards. Now the ball is kind of in my court. In addition to that, through talking with him, I know that he is using some of this money to go towards a trip to Disney World with his kid, which I think is awesome that he's able to move cards that might be extra in his collection or things that he wants to move on from at this point to fund a trip that will last a lifetime, right? That's what they say in the commercials for Disney. I think that's super cool. I want to help him out. I want to, buy some cards from him and get him on his way to Disney World. But also part of this too is that he definitely comes off as more of a collector. He's told me that this is only his second time setting up, and that it seems to me that a lot of these cards he doesn't mind holding on to. He's not going to give them away, of course. He's also a Colts collector, and he's not a big trader unless I have something cool that might go towards his Colts collection. I'm not going to ask him to trade because I don't have anything cool that's Colts related that I think that he would want to trade for. So I'm not going to ask him to trade here. It's going to have to be a cash deal if we want to get this done. Now, I was hoping that the bundle number would start with a 7. And I'm talking with Mike about it here, kind of what he thinks, what I think I should offer. And I think my point of entry is going to be 750 I don't think he's going to go for it. I'm going to add a little humor into it to maybe ease the number a little bit here. But all I can do is shoot my shot. I'm going to go with 750 and hope that I can get him down to a number that starts with 7 or at the very worst 8 flat.
Would you trade for that CJ Stroud?
But I'm going to be honest. I don't like trading away my favorite team. Not only that is I'm not doing this as a reseller. I'm doing this to go to Disney World. And once I pay for Disney World, you'll probably never see me again. I'm going to be honest, but what do you have? Because I don't like, you're young, I want you to stay into this, and you throw me an offer on a trade and let me know, and we'll go from there. But as far as that, it's probably a no. A smaller card, a non-rookie running or quarterback, I'd probably trade. Not a problem, man.
750 and a ride on the teacups.
I can't do 750.
The teacup joke did not land as intended. I'm gonna have to work on my delivery there.
Yeah, I can't do 750, man.
8.
I gotta stay
850. I'm gonna probably have to add another card in here to get the number I wanted. 850 I would be a little uncomfortable with, but I could live with it if I had to pay that. I see he has this Hollywood Brown RPA. That was actually one of the first cards I saw in his case that caught my attention. Just signed with the Chiefs. Will probably be the new wide receiver 1 there, if not a pretty strong number 2 after kind of getting forgotten about in Arizona. And I'd like to add that into my stack. I think it's a nice little card to take a risk on. And hopefully he'll go for that at the same price, but I don't know. 850 with this.
I'll do 950 or 800 on a coin flip.
Oh.
We'll go up or down. We can go up or down too. I'll do 1,700 or free.
I don't have those kind of balls. I'm sure a $1,700 coin flip would be good content for the channel, but a little too risky for me. I'd rather just pay a little bit more than I would like to, or perhaps do a less volatile coin flip here. I'm sure we'll work something out at this point, though. If I throw this in, I'll do the 750 or 950 coin flip.
I can't.
Is there any of these that, like, besides the Kaboom, that you're like more attached to than the other ones?
Just
the
Kaboom.
Okay, I kind of figured.
I mean, that's besides the Genesis. That's like the case hit, the only case hit in that.
Yeah,
so.
I understand.
I do 875 on all of them. With that, it's 25. That's half price on that card.
You want a coin flip 859?
We can do 850 or 9. You're not giving yourself any room. It'd be 8 or 9. 850.
Well, you're at 875 with this one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We'll do 850 or 9.
All right.
Where's that quarter? All right.
That's my lucky coin too.
850 or 9, right?
Well, you got a deal. There we go. Tails.
It is heads.
Oh. All right, I'm throwing that thing away now. It's failed me.
Can I keep it?
Yeah, it's yours now. He gets to keep the coin. It had won me 4 or 5 straight coin flips, but now that he wins on that one, it gets passed along to him. But super cool dude. I don't name first names unless it's a fellow content creator, but I remember your name, and I want to say thank you because you were incredibly cool to work with, and I had a lot of fun negotiating, going back and forth, just shooting the bull even. And I'm glad that we could make a deal, and some of this will go towards a trip to Disney, like I said, that he won't ever forget. So, awesome way to make my biggest deal of the day at the Eastgate Mall show. I'm going to wrap up the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, be kind.